What's going on YouTube? In today's episode, you're gonna get a behind the scenes of a VIP one-on-one coaching session with our client, Mariah Fontana. We're gonna be breaking down her business and talking about how to get her to $100,000 a month. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Let's go.
I'm actually impressed too that you didn't use the flipboard, but then I forgot the flipboard.
You fucking have my clipboard.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I gotta keep it away from them, bro.
I would rather have the clipboard.
I gotta keep them away from it so we can actually use the fucking whiteboard we got.
So first thing you need to do is you need to edify your trainer. Second thing is onboarding. Now, one of the things that Cole and I did, because I'm not really in the academy as much anymore, so when somebody signs up for the academy, the first video that they see is Cole. Because you didn't come to me because you need a training and nutrition program, because if you needed that, you could just go to ChatGPT. Okay. You came to me because you want the mindset. You need to know how to become her. You need to know how to step into your power. You need to know like what the next level of you looks like. And so we're gonna give you the training and the nutrition because obviously that's important, and we're gonna make sure that we're putting the best people in positions to make the adjustments. But the biggest thing that you're gonna get out of this program is the mindset transformation, and that's what we're here to help facilitate. Have you ever seen Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
It sounds familiar.
So basically at the bottom of the model, he talks about how like it starts with the physical. So like the first thing you need as a human being is like food, water, shelter. Yeah. And then when you get food, water, shelter, then there's different levels of needs. Yeah. And you can come up with your own model. This is just an example, but the model for you needs to be like, it starts with the physical. Yeah. So and then you need to articulate that in a way that they understand. Like you guys come in because you want to lose weight, get in shape, feel better, etc. But then as you start to become more confident, as you start to lose weight and love the person that you see in the mirror, something shifts inside of you.
I love that.
So I think the language needs to be, it starts with the physical. That's just it. It starts with the physical. It starts with the physical. And then what? And then you come up with your model, whatever that model looks like. But I think the language of it starts with the physical is how you communicate that this is obviously we're gonna help you lose weight, get in shape, etc. But the transition to the next level is beyond the physical. Mm-hmm. It's more than just physical. There you go. Perfect. So that's your own little pyramid.
Cute.
So I would, you need to this needs to be described to your clients too, right? Because having a visual model I think is really important because yeah, this is ugly as fuck. But we're not talking about my drawing skills. We're talking about your business.
Shit.
Good.
I was just saying Canva. I was thinking about it.
My drawing skills are great. You can use this if you want. But if you think about PT Domination, the reason that PT Domination works very well is there's a very clear distinction between the levels, and the distinction is income. So it's really easy to use income as a measuring tool, but when we're thinking about something like a physical, mental, emotional transformation, it's almost hard to conceptualize. Mm-hmm. And you can't be when you're at this mindset, now you're ready for the next mindset.
What is the purpose behind the video?
Making people think about why they haven't lost weight. So not just, this diet hasn't worked or this fitness program hasn't worked.
Wait. I'm honing in on the individual language that you were utilizing. Yeah. Therefore, read the first line again.
You're still overweight because you haven't dealt with the pain from your past.
Cool. So why did you create that video? You created it to obviously make them aware of their past, but there's a reason why. Was it because somebody said something, or somebody broke it down to you, or you saw something in a movie? What was it?
Because I have felt that. I didn't realize that I was not just overweight or gained weight because of stopping sports, but because I was not fulfilled in my life. I didn't have purpose in my life, so I wasn't taking care of my body.
So you didn't like who you were anymore.
Yeah.
So you say that.
Okay.
Right? Because, and this is the thing, that still, if anybody, they don't understand that shit.
Okay.
Unless you're aware and you're already working on your fucking journey, right? Unless you're already aware and working on your journey, you're not gonna understand what's saying. Okay. Where I'm gonna say, read the first line again.
You're still overweight because you haven't dealt with the pain from your past.
Homie, you're overweight because you hate who you currently are and you gave up on your inner child. I'm literally gonna say it. Homie, you're overweight because you fucking hate who you see in the mirror, because when you were a kid, you actually worked on yourself. I'm just gonna say it,
yeah.
Right? Because the pain from the past, unless I know what's going on in my past, I have no idea how to express that or how to fucking connect with you off of that. Yeah. The reason why this is important is because you're not trying to talk to people that are already past all of this.
Yeah.
Right? We're trying to talk to people that are in it. And in order to talk to people that are in it, we need to join the conversation in their head. And the conversation in their head isn't, I'm really struggling because of my fucking inner childhood pain. What they're saying is, fuck my life, I hate that motherfucker in the mirror. I don't like who I see. I can't believe I gave up on myself. That language right away. Yeah. So it's okay, what's the pain mean? Well, the pain means I hate my current reflection. Then say that. The pain means I fucking gave up on myself as a child, then say that. The pain means I fucking hate who I currently am because I didn't chase any of the fucking goals I had from a kid, and now I just eat my fucking depression away, then say that.
So tell me about a specific instance that you might have like used alcohol, like marijuana, food as a coping mechanism.
On the weekends, I would drink wine and I would feel better and forget about what I actually did.
You're still overweight because you hate the like. So read me the thing one more time.
What I said?
Yeah.
You're still overweight because you haven't dealt with the pain in your life.
You're still overweight because you don't deal with your pain. Every weekend you drink wine to forget about the fact that you're not happy and you're unfulfilled in your life. And it might feel good in the moment, but as soon as that weekend's over, you're back to reality on Monday and you're living the same life, etc.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna call them out, be specific.
Okay.
Be specific.
And then also something that I have felt or my clients have said.
Yes, something that you felt or your clients have said, and if it's something that you've been through, then you can utilize that in a you language as well, because you know if you've gone through it, somebody else has gone through it too. PCs?
You've got
I
this,
like that.
You got this dope ass awareness diagram, and I don't give a fuck about any of it because you're not aware on how to speak properly.
I know, that's why I wrote here. I need to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
I need to know
You just-
myself. Like,
but
I know. I just
Write this
have to
down.
figure it out.
Just fucking say what's in your head.
Okay.
Stop trying to make it sound fancy.
Yeah.
Because when we try to fancy it up, it reaches nobody because we try to make it like, well, if I can speak like this, it'll make me the authority.
Yeah.
Saying what the fuck is in everybody's head makes you the authority because no one wants to say it. Everybody's avoiding it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's what makes you the authority. Saying what the fuck is on your mind because no one's willing to say it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why fucking Andy Elliott exploded, because he literally is like, you're a fat fuck.
Yeah.
And no one respects you. And everybody's like, what the fuck? He did it with pulling someone's shirt off on stage.
And, yeah,
That's why Andy Frisella says it, because he's not as scared of being the alien guy. You know the photo he has with the tinfoil?
The tinfoil,
yeah, where he's like, oh, another conspiracy.
Yeah.
Like, he did that during a podcast and wore it for 2 hours, bro. Fucking thing of tinfoil, but he made an alien hat.
Yeah.
And he did that because he's like, I'm going to say all this shit that none of you guys fucking want to say, and then none of you guys believe in, that makes me sound like an idiot. And then every time what he says comes true, he posts that photo up. Oh, there we go. Fucking, because it's just about saying what no one else is willing to say.
Before Cole even became a part of Aesthetic Nation, I told him that he needed to get certified, needed to win a show, and he did both of those things.
I did the first thing.
Right.
Certification.
Right. So then he's like, I want to be a part of the team. And like, for him to become an owner of Aesthetic Nation, it was like, he proved himself for like a year. He like asked me for a bigger split of PT Domination. This was like back in 2019. And I was like, no, because at the time he had 7,000 Instagram followers and he didn't have a podcast. I'm like, grow your Instagram following, start a fucking podcast and bring more brand awareness. Cause right now I'm the fucking engine. So why would I give you more of my money? And obviously now he's passed me on Instagram followers for now.
He's like, bet.
For now, we're coming for you, Cole. That being said, I do think that if you're gonna build something with somebody, they need to jump through more hoops. So
90 days.
6 months.
Okay.
6 months. And when I say 6 months,
Free work.
not free work, build your fucking Instagram.
Is when I say like build out content schedule and more, we need to dissect the core values of the company, the principles of the company, what the company stands for, and then you guys come up with a marketing calendar, i.e. this is shit you need to be talking about. Right now, she's a fucking newbie. She's a goldfish in this game.
Yeah.
So she has no idea what to create. And cool, you like mindset, I don't give a fuck. Like, you don't get to just go create a bunch of content about fucking the mindset, etc.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't align with what we need to create. So it's like, we gotta build out the content pillars, core values, principles, and calendar, because then when you sit down with her on coaching calls, because you're gonna do this every single fucking week with all of your coaches, especially with social media, it's like, okay, what did you talk about here? And then it's like, walk me through your content breakdown. And then like, all right, did we talk about the fitness and the nutrition and the training and all the basics? Because then eventually we can start scaling it up.
If she's got hunger, desire, I see her as like a Nina. And so Nina, what she does inside of the Change Lives Academy for us is she's coaching women and she's like helping them with their, she's coaching students and helping them with their mindsets that are like around like 2, 3, 4K, 5K, etc. And then getting them ready for the 10K mastermind. And then students that are at that $5,000 to $7,000 mark that she think would be good fit, she's starting group chats with me and then I'm ascending them. So there's definitely opportunities inside of your group for ascension, but before we put her in that position, we would have to know like what exactly is being offered in like the Made for More program. And then if you were to ascend them, what would you want to send them to? This is the game that we need to play with yourself and her. And the best part is that you guys can play the game at the same time. What is Made for More? And then what are people that are struggling, like what are they struggling with? And then what are like different ways that we can approach that struggle on social media with different types of videos. So like short 7-second videos, 9-second videos, like how do we hit people right in their fucking feels with exactly what our message is about, like the type of people we want to reach so that we can bring them into the physical transformation. That's the game that we need to play to turn you into a content authority.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things that we need to fucking hit with you is learning how to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's just, again, like allowing yourself to say what's on your mind and not being scared of fucking expressing it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, a big reason why I see individuals utilizing bigger words and trying to express in a way that's like almost professional is because when you dumb it down, it sounds rude. And when it sounds rude, people get super offended. And then we don't know how to hit it. Like when we really dive into it, all right, made for more is for what? To transform people's lives and help them fucking achieve ultimate success in their fitness, correct?
Yeah, and also that's the start of like the switch.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do more with my life.
And it's like we're willing to help fucking any woman that's here, right?
Yeah.
3-word breakdown that I taught you guys on the weekend of thoughts, purpose, delivery. It all comes from this. So it's like the thoughts in their head. Their thoughts are fucking like they're unconscious, but they're conscious that they hate their bodies. They don't like who they see. They won't wear the clothes that they want to wear. They feel like shit every day. Their knees hurt. Like this is why we have our pain breakdown of everybody that we deal with. And then we just ask ourselves like, okay, like, well, to get people in here, we look for trends in the world that we can talk about. We look for pain points to hit from people's fucking lives. We look at fucking news that's fucking going on that we can address. We look at check-ins and shit that we could talk about. So it's like different fucking areas where we can pull content from, and then we make content utilizing fucking pain with the 3-step breakdown that I taught you.
Makes sense.
Make sense?
Yeah.
And like that's how we start meeting them where they're at. But we taught, like the reason why everything's underneath this is because we use this language.
Yeah.
I'm all about the conscious, the unconscious, etc. Like you saw my speech at the event, like that's what I fucking believe. You don't see that on social media though.
I know.
So I'm talking about that on social media, nobody's gonna be buying my shit.
And you know what's funny? Like that video is I get that with fitness. Like when I started, I think that's the reason why my fitness content was blowing up and getting millions of views in the gym is because I was like tone and belly fat, and I got that really early on with speaking to them in their language and not impressing PTs. But it's like now it's like impressing mindset coaches.
This is the thing, is you will be able to reach more people, and like I love content like that, Mariah. Like if you're doing a podcast, spit your shit and don't fucking hold anything back.
I do.
Like that's where you're conscious, unconscious, fucking aware, all of it. But on social media, you have fucking 15 seconds.
Put the lid on.
Yeah, it's no. Don't put the lid on.
I meant on the
No,
words.
I put the fucking serve the plate to the fucking 5-year-old.
Okay.
Put the fucking, take out the strainer. Fucking strain a bunch of the big words until they get smaller.
Yeah, like we need to dumb it down. Dumb it the fuck down.
I wrote that down.
Dumb it the fuck down. So like if I am a 5th grade student, like I want you to explain it to Haley in a way that she would understand. Explain it to Haley in a way that she would understand. So 2 ways. Number 1 is I think we do need to spend a little bit more time on your content. I think we should take a look at your marketing strategy. So content marketing strategy. And the third thing, I would find an ads manager that was like a $1,500 retainer, and I would get him to manage my ads for me and bring me in leads. That's my opinion. What do you think?
I'm probably biased. I don't know if I'm the best person to ask because I think ads are a waste of fucking time. Extra content for your Instagram and your TikTok based off of market research and what's actually coming in, instead of us just throwing money at the fucking wall hoping that it works, because that's what ads are. Like guarantee that you're not gonna make any money from ads in the next 6 months, period. And that's just facts, because it comes into creating the content, looking at the pain points, split testing, figuring out what works and diving into it. It's an option, but like we can do that for YouTube as long as you have a ascension / dissection of each video that can also provide value to every other content source. Because if you're spending that much money here, but you don't make any fucking money from here, and the only way for us to build money is to have fucking more leads coming to the door from your Instagram, then your Instagram content needs to be improved, and this should be also feeding the fucking main money source. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is why we're having VIP, because I disagree with you. This is my opinion, okay? So $3,500 a month is gonna get you 4 YouTubes a month, right?
Yeah.
And write down how many subscribers does your YouTube have?
A
Couple hundred. So mine has 4,300.
Yeah.
And it's taken me 4 years to build it. So I probably spend $15,000 a month on average on my YouTube channel, and I've made zero from it. Zero. 1 sec. Now, you fucking went. Now I gotta go. Then you can go.
No, see, everything you said, I agree with. I want to make sure that we're on the same page right here.
So
I've got a second statement.
YouTube, if you are going to invest in YouTube, I want you to know that you're going to be spending money on YouTube for the next 3 years and not making
for no reason.
That's the mindset.
Yes.
Now with advertising, and the reason I'm still on the ads thing and I still think
Yes.
it's a good idea is because so one of the campaigns that we're running with my Instagram right now is we're literally spending $100 a day on boosting reels that are already engaged to personal trainers that are like into fitness, certified, etc. So if you had an ads team that was good at targeting women that are XYZ, 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 and you've got a couple reels that did well, and they boosted those reels to be seen by those women, now they're coming to your page and they're gonna consume your content, they're gonna be more interested, you're gonna get more inbounds, which will lead to more people through the front door. So I think if you were spending, in my opinion, that $3,500 a month would be much better spent if you found somebody that was willing to run your ads for you, especially because, well, we don't know exactly what you want, but we're gonna dive into it. But when you know exactly the type of woman that you wanna target with your advertising, then you can start to run ads right in front of her. And then when that woman's scrolling through her newsfeed, it's like, she get bitch slapped with the pain point that like she's feeling. She comes to your Instagram profile, she sends you a message, she fills out an application, she joins your Facebook group, etc. I'd be doing 2 things with your advertising. One is I'd be getting more traffic to your Instagram page. The second thing I'd be doing with your Instagram or with your advertising is getting people into your Facebook group. Because long term, like that's one of the things, or third thing actually is email lists. Facebook group is super important because even though those people might not be buyers now, like they will be buyers if you continue to provide value and add value into the group. And then, so yeah, email or boosting campaigns, Facebook group, and email lists. The other thing that I'd be interested in doing, podcast, yes, but it's hard to run ads to the podcast unless you run it through the actual Spotify platform. Because to run an Instagram story, it's like, hey, what's going on? It's Brian Mark. I run the Change How to Make Money on the Internet podcast. I have to swipe up. But if I'm on an Apple phone, then it's going to be different than if I'm on an Android. So it's like, it's hard to send people from ads to podcasts. You can run ads to YouTube, but we've tried that and it hasn't really been that effective. Other things you can do with advertising is booked calls, which is something that we're just experimenting with. So I'm not even gonna pretend I know what I'm talking about with that. We're just building that out right now. And you can also run traffic to a landing page that has a quick video that's like a 50-minute video where they watch what you're about and then they apply. But I haven't tested that out for fitness and I don't know how that would work. But I know for sure Facebook group, email marketing, and boosting campaigns would be 3 things that I'd spend money on. Okay. Go to ChatGPT, write up a job posting for somebody to help you with Facebook advertising that is in fitness, like has experience with personal trainers or in the gym or with fitness. We'll also can we reach out to Austin and Harris? Yeah. Shoot them a text? Yep. Because be like, do you boys know of anybody that runs ads specifically for fitness coaches? Because we're looking for some references. Yeah. I would hire somebody on retainer because of the amount of money that you're making per month. Like when Aesthetic Nation started making 30 to 40 grand a month, I hired somebody on retainer because you are the primary engine for your business. And so your Instagram's obviously gonna grow and we're gonna work on it, but you don't want you to be the bottleneck because if your content doesn't perform, then no leads come in. And so if we can have something where there's always a constant stream of leads, no matter what, it's good. And I don't think you want to be spending time learning ads. Am I right or wrong? Yeah. So you need to hire somebody on retainer. $1,500 a month, probably $1,500 to $2,000 a month is like more like what it'll most likely be. And then you can just come up with the marketing angles. Everything we've taught you with organic applies to ads as well. Okay. So don't just hire the ads guys and be like, run the ads. Like I want you to take a look at them. Connection, proof, and value. Yeah. It's the same fucking thing. Connection, proof, and value.
And this is where I agree with everything B said. I think the disconnect and what you didn't understand that I disagreed with is I don't think taking $3,500 and throwing in an ad is gonna do anything for you because I love you to death, but your content doesn't hit for shit. So what the fuck are we gonna boost? Yeah. A fucking video that got 1,000 views that doesn't talk to anybody? Yeah. You need to learn how to speak first. So like we can go ahead and do advertising. You're doing it with your ebook, which is fucking perfect. I think that's a genius move, building up the email list. But like, we need to utilize and boost content that hits hard. B's creating the fucking most in-depth, hard-hitting value posts ever. They're getting fucking 10 to 15,000 views, and then he's boosting them. The reason
only
why,
boost ones that have 100,000 actually.
Perfect. So the reason why is because they're hitting hard. Does that make sense? Like they're already getting the fucking traction. But if we're not getting traction, spending money on advertising is like throwing spaghetti at a fucking wall. Yeah. And we've seen it. Yeah. Thousands and thousands of times in the past. So it's like, Do I think you should be spending $3,500 a month on your YouTube? No, not really, unless you just want to fucking spend money. Because also, I'm not going to tell you not to do it, because me and Brian spend anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 a month on our YouTube. Legit, right now on my YouTube, I'm spending $18,000 to $25,000 a month on just YouTube.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's not anything else. But the thing is that when it comes to my YouTube, it's also giving me different ideas, and I'm fucking repurposing. Like, everything gets repurposed across everything across the board, and it's providing value. So it's like, if you want to spend money. But we could optimize the content to drag people in here. The content starts hitting harder. Then you start utilizing money that we're just throwing at the fucking wall to boost shit that actually fucking hits.
Yeah.
My VAs at the start of last month, nothing changed in my content. My VAs at the start of last month made 7 sales in 7 days. And then I was like, I need to train these motherfuckers. And I can show you the trainings that we've done. And through just training them, like, it's the 15th of the month, we've made 47 sales on the 15th of the month.
It's because like, he's maliciously training them.
It's like every
intense.
fucking day for an hour. It's like I'm auditing their conversations. I'm taking a look at what they're saying to prospects. I'm like reviewing what they're saying to prospects. So like, I'm really curious as to like whether or not it's the actual price itself or what we're saying in the DMs.
This is how you become a better leader.
Okay.
Why aren't you training? What's going on?
Yeah.
Tell me what's happening. You've missed these workouts, you're not meeting this standard, you've showed up late for the last 3 classes, what's happening here? And like, this is how we start coaching at like a deeper level, because we need to coach into our team. It's like I had a VA the other day that was fucking screwing around hard.
Yeah.
And me and Brian talked about it, I'm like, ask first, like, what the fuck is happening? Because we don't know.
Yeah.
And we need to give our team enough grace to be able to like lean with us and grow with us.
Yeah.
Because usually what ends up happening is we have so much grace for our fucking clients, but when it comes down to our team, because we're paying them, everybody treats them like shit. But they run the business.
Yeah.
So if something's going on, we ask, why haven't you been training? Well, I haven't been training because like my family's really fucking struggling right now, and I'm just trying my hardest to make sure that I never miss any work for you. And then you just said, stop being a fucking lazy fuck. Right? Well, then it's like,
not like that.
no, I know, but I'm like, this is why we gotta ask, right? So it's like we dissect. So it's raising the standard, and then it's raising the standard with them knowing that if they fall, you're there to catch them.
Yeah.
Like, I rose the fucking standard of the academy coaches like here, and fucking right away we had 3 people quit. But this week and last week, I'm doing 30-minute calls with all of the coaches, and I do this once a month now. What's going on in your life, your business, your content, your debt? Like, I'm doing it all with all of them, and every single one for the last week and a half, we're like, Cole, I've never felt this connected to PT Dom, and I've never felt like aligned with our coaching team like we do right now.
When you teach a concept, so let's say matching energy. So you're like going through a message and you're like, okay, so in this message, she specifically said, I'm struggling to lose weight and I have no idea why. And then we were like, I totally get it, girl, blah, 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 I've been there, et cetera, et cetera. And we over communicated, which is why she got short. Now we need to match her energy. So what I want you to do is I want you to write a different response in the chat based on the fact that we need to match her energy.
Yes.
And I'm gonna write my response in the chat and we're gonna talk about the difference. Then you write your response, and then they write their response, and you're like, okay, that's actually not good. And the reason that's not good is X, Y, Z. So it's like getting people to participate in the training by teaching a concept and then getting them to participate in it will cause the retention to go through the roof. Okay. Whereas if you just tell them to do something, it's easily forgotten, but get them to actively participate in the conversation. And let's say they leaned in when they should have leaned out, and be like, okay, so we should have leaned out here and we should have backed off. So instead of saying this, let's say we had the same conversation, we had to lean out, and leaning out means that we almost like are lightly dismissive to the prospect. I want you to write a lightly dismissive message to the prospect in a way that isn't rude, but is letting her know that like if she needs anything, we'll be here to help, but like we're not here to chase. So I want you to write out a message. I would say that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So actively participate in the trainings. Content is going to help. I agree with Cole. DMs are going to help. I agree with that. I also think that with your prices, if you want to adjust your prices, I'm not opposed to it, because I remember when I was online coaching, like I felt the best selling like $300 a month. Whenever I increased my prices to $350, that's when I noticed I started getting a lot of like, I don't know if I can afford this, blah, blah, blah. So I would just usually sell at $300 across the board, period. Because that was how I'd get the most amount of clients, and I wanted to work with the most amount of people while also making money. Anytime I increased beyond $350, $400, I didn't feel good selling it either. Like it just felt out of alignment with me. So you need to charge what feels in alignment with you.
Yeah. But again, they're all cold and new.
They're not all cold and new.
Yeah, most of them.
Write this down.
Okay.
50% of people, this is marketing, 50% of people that voted on that poll will never buy anything from anybody.
Okay.
35% of people who voted in that poll will buy from somebody within the next 6 to 9 months.
30?
35.
35%.
Of people will buy something from somebody within the next 6 to 9 months. And 15% of those people will buy something from somebody within the next 90 days. 15%. We call those the now buyers.
Yeah.
There is now buyers. In the next 90 days. Your job is to find the now buyers. Because if you're like, oh, they're all cold on Facebook, then we won't find the now buyers.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, if you've got that much activity on your Facebook, dude, like, we need to get somebody, like, we need to get more VAs on your Facebook.
I wholeheartedly disagree. Your Facebook is 10 times better than your Instagram. I'm literally looking right now.
I think my Facebook is really
You have anywhere from 3 to 17,000 views on every single video. Where your Instagram is 1 to 3,000 views. I'm looking at your face, like this one, look.
So my Facebook is less than
This got
that
1,800, Facebook got 18,000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like,
just less than it used to.
well, yeah, but you're comparing, like, that's,
Yeah.
I'm fucking more jacked than I used to be, all right? I'm fucking more bald than I used to be. Like, what are we comparing fucking 10 years ago for, right?
yeah.
It's right now, you look like you have more engagement and more potential on fucking Facebook than you do Instagram. So having someone not in there is limiting the fucking growth that you can.
But
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have, just for context, I have 2 things to say. Remind me about the business coaching reels, please, so I don't lose this train of thought. I have 8 people that work in my Instagram account nonstop. So I have fucking coverage from 6 a.m. to fucking 3 p.m. and then coverage from 3 p.m. to midnight. And I've got an opener and a closer, opener and a closer. I've actually got a lead gen opener and a closer now. There's 3 different roles for each time in the day. So one person is good, but one person is not enough for the activity that you have in your Facebook. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the bottleneck is not your content. The bottleneck is the activity in the virtual assistants.
Facebook is your moneymaker. I'm looking at it right now. Like the engagement in comments, etc. Like your Instagram, it's fucking Mackenzie, Haley, Chelsea, and Brittany. 98,000 followers on fucking Facebook. You got a 10,000 viewed story. All the comments are from people you don't even fucking know. And we're like, man, let's do IG, dog. Let's make this fucking hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? Let's build fucking YouTube from the ground up. You literally, I'm fucking seeing thousands of fucking views here and comments from nobody that we fucking know, and we're like, fucking lead gen them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This is the mindset though, and this is why people struggle, is because they're like, oh, they're all cold. I had to sit down for 90 minutes the other day and write business coaching reels, and I hated every single second of it.
He came out while we were filming, he's like,
I fucking am
It was
so
funny,
bored.
too.
I fucking hate it,
What do you
dude.
mean, like getting more clients?
No, yes, like fucking, here's your step-by-step
Yeah,
strategy
yeah.
to, so I get the fitness shit sucks, but fucking do it because it
Well-
pulls in clients. So this is the thing, right? This is because I think there's identities that we want to be associated with. And I get that, because the reason I stopped doing the protein CEO is because I'm like, I didn't want to be associated with the guy that splashes eggs on my face. But I also
So funny, bro.
I'm also a fucking goofball. And so I need to be okay with that side of my personality and be okay with people's perception of that personality.
Yes.
Because I know that you and Brittany are really fucking big on the collective right now, and I'm super excited about it. Can't wait to hear more about it. But also, like, dude, if the fucking skits are getting views and they're bringing you in clients, then like, I wouldn't be opposed to doing them. I think I understand why you're playing around with your content though, because we told you to, and I know you're trying to find your voice, which is, we'll pause on the brand thing.
And I feel very aligned with everything.
I know
Yep.
you do, I can see it.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that we continue to make money as we build the brand. This is something Cole and I talked about the other day.
Talked about yesterday.
Yeah, we talked literally yesterday.
Yep.
It's like, Cole and I both have personal brands now.
Yeah.
We both have personal brands, and I'm very aware that like our personal brands are both gonna blow up, and we're gonna get other opportunities, etc. But like, my account pulls in 99% of the revenue for the business.
Yeah.
And so I will not dilute like the business coaching content, and I will make my Instagram account a lead generation machine for Pizza Domination, period, because that's what the fuck build this business in the first place, and that's also what's giving us all these opportunities. That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop posting mindset content that I resonate with, because I fuck with the mindset content I'm putting out right now, but I also need to know that like what's giving me the money to be able to build this brand is the business coaching content. So I'm gonna continue to do that while I build the brand, and then build it to like build Pizza Domination so fucking big that it become like people start coming to me and they're like, I want you to speak because of what you guys did at Pizza Domination. Does that make sense?
The plan.
Okay, check it out. So this is my life calendar.
That's your calendar?
No, I wish it was my calendar this week.
I was like,
that's my fucking
oh,
calendar.
there we go. I was like, what the fuck is that, dude?
I wish, bro. That'd be
my calendar
great.
makes me want to fucking poke
I wish.
my eyes out right now.
Okay, so this is my calendar.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah, duh, I was gonna say.
You do that on
very
purpose?
themed.
What?
It's like red and green. It looks
No,
like
I do.
Christmas.
Green is self-care.
Yeah.
Red is work. And then blue is like
I
trainings
do
and
that
shit.
shit too.
Bro, you should
Like
fucking
lives
change that color to like
green
blue or something. Red is work. That's why you're stressed out. Every time you look at it, it's like red.
Red
Fucking work! It's like aggression, bro.
I'm intense, bro. I'm an intense person. That's how I thrive.
personal stuff, like get ready, walk Nelly, it's purple. It's all nice.
Oh.
Lives are green. It's just like anything meeting wise is green. You gotta make it look better. Workout is red because that's more intense.
Okay, but check this out. So this is why I love Google Calendar. So we've got, this is my regular life calendar, right? And then I've also got most important life events. And this is the one that is actually synced with me and Kirsch. So now I've got me and Kirsch have a sync calendar. So we do like Christmas with the Martells and blah, blah, blah.
That's really cool.
And then, this is what I want to show you,
Do you make this yourself?
social media marketing calendar,
Okay.
right? So you need to have it. Cole, you asked me this question the other day and I forgot to respond, but I got a social media marketing calendar. So my social media marketing calendar, I'll just zoom in so you guys can see. Every morning at 7 a.m. I do a business coaching reel. And then after that I do social proof on my Instagram. So I'm gonna tell you before I talk about this, the reason I wanted to do this, Mariah, is I wanted to have predictable income. And I can't expect my VAs to perform at the level that I want them to perform at if I, as the leader, am not meeting the same standard in the marketing. And I also want to make sure that I'm doing collab reels because, like me and you talked about, like I want to build my own personal brand. I want to build the Conscious Creator. I want to build Peach Domination. I want mine and Cole's accounts to grow as well. But I also, so every morning I start with a business coaching reel. So every morning it's always like how to land clients, how to post CTAs, how to do renewals, whatever the fuck. Business coaching reel, and then I do a connection/mindset reel at 12. And then I do a collab reel with either K-Mark, Cole, Conscious Creators, or Nick, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I have a schedule for everything. Hard CTAs, delete Instagram stories, DM for offer. Hard CTAs, vote here to engage. So I'm always like, you get so busy that, especially if you add it to your regular calendar, I find that like that's just too much for me. I fucking hate that. But bro, if I just go like this,
I like that a lot.
right now I know.
See, I don't even do that. That's cool.
So now
gonna
I
do
just
that
know
too.
what my social media calendar is, and if I want to, and to get myself into the habit of it, I set reminders in my phone, and then
Yeah.
once I'm in the habit of it, I'll turn the reminders off. But you need to have, like, you need to know when you're posting, what you're posting, which is why I was like, let's do a collab reel.
Yeah, I like that.
So your marketing schedule, like, we don't really need to go too much into marketing because you know how to market, but you just need to do it on a consistent enough schedule that you're always pulling in prospects and leads. Like the fact that we're not taking advantage of your Facebook is crazy. So even like twice a week doing a CTA for people to DM you on Facebook is really helpful and really simple.
I want to start speaking more about what I've created and the concept around mindset that I've created. I'm becoming her course, and I want to share that on podcasts with people. I want to speak that on stages and a step-by-step process of how to get there. And again, that's just building my credibility. I'm going to Dallas. I'm going to speak at Angel's event.
Cool.
And then obviously me and Britt are having our things.
If you want to be a speaker, then you need to get volume.
Yeah.
And like now, me and Cole are speaking on big stages, but it started out by being like me coming to
Be
Johannes.
humble. He's speaking on big stages. I'm speaking on stages. Brian's speaking in front of fucking thousands and thousands of people at an astronomical level.
But the way that I got those opportunities was I would go to local fucking high school football teams and I'm like, can I speak to your fucking boys for free? I don't want anything. And I'd speak to them and I'd get the experience. Another thing, write this down, is leverage your connections. Because the only reason I got speaking engagements to practice building my brand is because I had friends. So like Coach Johannes.
Yep.
I've known him since I was 17 years old. He was like my football coach and he was coaching football teams. So I reached out to him. I'm like, can I speak to your teams? He's like 100%. So leverage your connections. I would also like encourage you, if you want to get into speaking, like there's a lot of women that need help. There's a lot of and there's a lot of girls, young girls that need help. So finding if there's ways that you can give back to the community or speak to small groups in the community, I would be looking into that. You basically need to practice public speaking.
Yeah.
So any opportunity for you to practice public speaking is going to be good for you. You want to build your YouTube, you want to build your brand.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend any speaking engagement that you do, having somebody come and do vertical video for you. Because vertical video, one of those clips can blow up. That's one, and like that's instantly, you want to be credibility, you want authority. any stage you're speaking on instantly puts you in a position of authority. Any stage, no matter what.
I was nervous and I didn't know anybody, and I was like sitting in one of the chairs, and you guys were speaking and other people were speaking, and I was like, why am I not doing that? Like it was that thought.
Yep.
But I was like, I don't know what I would speak about.
Yep.
Like I don't even know what I would say. But it was like, why would I have that thought anyways? Now it like had it, and then it was always in the back of my mind at every event that I went to. And then the Utah event, I was like, there's like 2 women on that stage. And I fucking love listening to men. I love listening to women. It doesn't really matter for me. But at the same time, I was like, there's a huge gap still and a voice that I need to fill. Work that I built that I realized is like, I could literally teach it to any single person. I just slightly changed the language and the words and the names of what I'm speaking about.
Explain it to me. Draw it out. On my board.
Oh.
Teach me the framework. Without your notes.
Why? But it's important.
Okay, fine. You can do it with your notes. You can do your notes. But this is the thing, if you're gonna be speaking on stages, you're gonna have to you can't bring your notepad and be like, let me explain my framework.
Well,
So you gotta make it so fucking simple that your brain can understand.
this is like the actual framework to keep this mindset. Okay, 'cause love Eric Thomas, that's great. Your guys' speeches are great, but I want tangible. And I created tangible of what you actually do, how you actually break the self-sabotage in a step-by-step format. And then this is what I can literally teach to.
What is it?
It's not just about becoming her, it's about everything.
When somebody comes in, I have no doubt that you're gonna transform their fucking life.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to get you to get more people in so that we can get them that transformation.
Yeah.
So in order for somebody, we're gonna use inversion thinking. So 2 things actually. Number 1 is simplicity, number 2 is inversion thinking. So inversion thinking is like, in order for you to figure out how to market to these people, you take the opposite of what they're doing. So self-aware people are unaware, and then we take the opposite of what they're doing, and then we write down what unaware people are doing.
Yeah.
Do, and then we speak to those pains. If I was not self-aware, what would I do? I'd do whatever the fuck I wanted every day. I would think that the world was against me. I'd be a victim. Every time something negative would happen, I'd be like, why the fuck is this happening to me? This isn't fucking fair. Like, life isn't fair. Woe is me, blah, 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 whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Somebody that had no responsibility constantly points the finger, says that this person, it's their fault, it's my mother's fault, it's my brother's fault, whatever. Somebody that isn't worthy constantly they never speak up, they never ask for help, they never feel like they're good enough, and anytime they get success, they brush it off, or they can't even receive a compliment, they'll deflect a compliment because they don't feel worthy. Yeah. Whatever the fuck. So that's inversion thinking. That's how you're gonna market. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I have no doubt, Mariah, that once somebody comes into your world, that you're gonna be able to change their life. Your brain, I want you to realize something. Your brain automatically goes to solutions, Mariah, which is actually a rare quality. It's really good. Most people think about problems right away.
Yeah.
So your brain goes to solutions. So you need to use what's called inversion thinking to think about the problem.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you and Brittany are both on this, like, let's fucking solve the problem, like, let's solve the world. So let's do the opposite of what this is. I know that you don't think you have daddy issues, but swiping right on every guy on Tinder tells me that you do. End of video. Get it?
Yeah.
That is gonna fucking go.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit that's gonna go. So it's like, the topic is broad, we're talking about worthiness, but then we need to get painfully specific with what people are doing. And when we get painfully specific, we're gonna piss some people off, and we're also gonna go fuck, that's what's gonna get us seen by more people. Painfully specific.
Yeah.
So this is marketing. Marketing is like, you've got the solution, Mariah, but we all know that people aren't thinking about their solutions, they're thinking about their problems. So if you're like, let me help you become more self-aware, and I'll also teach you how to become more self-responsible. And if you join this program, I'll make you more worthy, and you'll also start to love yourself more, and your environment will improve as well. Nobody's thinking about that. But if you're like, if your best friends are stabbing you in the back every single time you turn around, or you find out that your best friend is talking shit about you, you have a negative environment. You need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
People can relate to that. And if they can relate to it, they're gonna share it, they're gonna comment, they're gonna resonate, etc. As somebody that's still actively learning this lesson myself, I'm constantly, Mariah, pulling myself out of tasks that do not require Brian Mark energy.
Same.
Like, Brian Mark energy does not need to be editing a fucking video, period. So like, what is Brian Mark Energy good at? Brian Mark Energy is good at filming fucking content that people resonate with. So like, Mariah Fontana Energy should not be like fucking, let's edit this fucking InShot video. Mariah Fontana Energy should be creating, should be coaching, mentoring your team. Because if you edit 3 hours a week, Mariah, and you spend that 3 hours a week training your VA team, I guarantee you your sales go up.
Agreed.
Right, so it's like anything that does not require Mariah Fontana Energy needs to be outsourced, and you can outsource it in a way that like, if you know exactly how you want your videos edited, then even I think the next step for you is doing a shoot with somebody, AKA Nick, having him color grade it, send it back to you, cut up all good to go, and then you just add captions to it. That's fine, whatever, that takes you 3 fucking seconds. And then getting to the point where Cole's at, where it's like, it's color, like I also am at this point where like me and Nick will film, fucking, I know exactly how I want my videos edited. I've told my editor exactly how I want them edited. So me and Nick film, they get sent to my editor and then they're back in my inbox within 72 hours, color graded, edited videos, like music on, everything. And like you will get to that point, but I think the next step is like, let's get your videos filmed, edit, cut down, and then you can just add the fucking captions on go, but you should not be editing your own videos.
In November was not to prove it to myself that I could be all like more feminine and spiritual, whatever, but was to prove it to you guys that I could live a certain way and still make a lot of money. Because when I made, in 2022, the September event, I believe it was Mastermind Sunday,
Yeah.
you got us to stand up and you made us do an exercise that was like, you have to say the first word that came to your mind. I can't remember what the prompt was. And mine was happy or happiness. I was like, fuck. And I was like, fuck, I almost started crying because I was making $35,000 a month in a relationship, doing these things. But I was like, clearly I'm not fucking happy.
Yeah.
Right? And that is like 90% of people, if they're not dealing with their shit. You can still make a lot of money, but it's not going to solve your happiness. Like being a high achiever doesn't mean you're happy. Doesn't mean you're living a good life. And part of my purpose, creating better humans, is making sure they actually feel happy in what they're creating. And I want to help people realize that so they can start chasing their goals. And a lot of people obviously try and prove it to you guys too.
I'll think about it.
That's fine.
You got my interest peaked though. I put it this way, to get it, I'll think about it from me. When it comes down to coaching on the team, ask him how fucking rare that happens.
There was somebody that referred me 8 students from the CLA to the 10K Mastermind. 8. I sold 8 people in cash. And he said no. And I'm like, are you fucking high?
I said no from 8 months because I said making us money doesn't give me a reason to push you as a coach on my team.
I'm like, there's fucking $80,000, 80,000 reasons to fucking promote them.
That's just my-
Oh no! Oh no, you're locked out. Dude, you know how many FedEx packages get sent back because they can't figure out they're gay? It's fucking ridiculous. Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Is this your dog?
Mr. Fluff, he's a little, hey, be nice, be nice. Be nice, that's a friend. That's a friend. That's a friend. He will bite. He has bitten before.
He looks very aggressive.
He's got little man syndrome. So you're just like, he's like defensive, you know? Little man syndrome. Welcome. So we're in the middle of the half day. Obviously, we talked a lot about Mariah's brand. Mariah's been our client for almost like over a year now for VIP. So she's very dialed into what she's doing. So it's about looking at her business and just tweaking different things within her business and making her marketing and her content and her branding better. So now that that's all done, we're going to go into round 2. And round 2 is where we're actually going to be diving deep with Mariah and Brittany. And they got a new business idea that Cole and I are going to be dropping our perspective on. Let's go. As you guys are unpacking, I'm just going to take notes and then we're going to draw things on the board that will make sense later. And then we're just going to dive into it. It's going to be fun.
Like I mentioned to you guys earlier, we are very protective of this thing because we believe in
They're protected.
I view the same thing as you guys with PT Domination. Is like, I know for a fact PT Domination is the best business coaching program on the market for online trainers. I know that because some people leave our program and then I'll talk to them a few months later and they're like, it was really good at first and then it turned out to be shit. So like, I know that it's the best, so it's our responsibility to be as loud as we fucking can and to grow a brand as big as we possibly can so we grow this thing. So I understand the protective of it, but you also need to be willing to expose it to the masses. So as much as you're protective of it, you also, like, if this is your baby and you believe in it, you need to be like, look at it! Like, look at it. Steal it?
Bro, we should do
No.
this, man. I'm just joking.
We feel very confident in building it, but we know that we can do it faster and better with you. value, and
Yep.
you guys see the holes that we're not going to see.
Yep.
Explain each section for me and Brian, but don't wander. Don't tell us about the vision.
No fluff.
Explain how the fucking coaching is gonna work, and then
2 seconds.
stop.
I'll be right back.
All right? We'll wait till B's back, because I want to hear, like, I don't want to hear us branching off or going and like, this would be cool. Like,
Yeah.
I want to know exactly what you guys' thoughts are, and then we'll be able to put it all together. Andy Priscilla and Ed Milet came together and they created the Ret Syndicate. And when you buy into it, there's a low ticket and a high ticket. The high ticket, basically, like, just to show you guys the depth of like how much you could charge for basically nothing, is if you buy the regular ticket that's a couple $100s a month, you get the calls, the Zoom calls that happen every week. If you want the replays, you have to pay in full $5,000 for the year. And if you don't do that, you don't get any replay period. So it's like, yeah. So it happens every week, and it's Ed, Andy, or both of them. And then on top of that, they do 2 to 3 events a year, and one ticket for that event is $27,000. One ticket,
Wait till
guys.
you hear how much we were going to
Okay, one ticket. This is why I want to show
Yeah,
you,
we're
like,
starting small though.
coming
You need to
together
start
like
small.
this. It wastes, again, you are starting small. I'm just letting you
Context.
know, like, I want you guys to look into that,
Yeah.
because it will start to give you like a vision of where you could go, because this is a cool fucking idea.
After the event, for 3 months, let's say, okay, so now it's not 15 days after the event. After the event, it's 30 days after the event now. I'm engaging in your social media. I cannot enroll or do anything at that point. So there's
Can I buy an event ticket?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I'm engaging in the social media and I'm following up and I'm talking like crazy, and they're like really, really engaged, you would spark a conversation with them and be like, listen, we throw these events on a continual basis. This one's coming up. Like, what are your current goals? And you would lead gen them into the next event. I fucking hate it.
You hate it?
I love everything but the price. But again, I think it's,
Price speed.
you guys are like teaching like in-depth fucking mindset
I know
coaching.
If we have a low barrier to entry in the coaching, they're building that community first.
I know, I'm like,
And we want to raise it in the future, but
I'm like, again, I don't like it, but I understand it. And that's why I'm like, I don't think you guys should change it. I'm trying to think about any holes that would be like a problem.
Yeah.
Other than what you voiced, I don't see a lot.
I think the angle that you should play is that like you wanted to make this a no-brainer for everybody to join.
Yes.
And like personal development shouldn't be expensive. So
Yes.
the fucking angle. Personal development shouldn't be expensive, right? Because it's like, I know mindset coaches that'll charge you $10,000 for what we're about to teach you in this fucking 1 day seminar. Cole does.
I would charge you $10,000.
So if you're gonna take that angle, then I think you should run with that angle. Like
Yep.
it's the same thing with like when I market the Change Lives Academy. It's like
Where-
we are the most
yes.
affordable business coaching program on the market. Other mentors are charging you $10,000 for this kind of shit.
We're gonna
And
give it away for this.
We don't believe in that because we want to help as many people as possible. So that's the angle. And it's like most of these women that are coming to your event probably buy Starbucks coffee a day, and it's less than a Starbucks coffee a day. And we're talking about like becoming more worthy, becoming more self-responsible, becoming more integral, leveling up your life, leaving toxic relationships. It's like actual shit that matters. What I will say is that once they're in, the language in the program is like, this is a lifelong journey.
Instantly. Like the
This
first
is a
fucking
lifelong
videos they
journey.
watch. But it's like right away. I'm like, all right, guys, I just want to break down what the academy is like. This is the onboarding group, and it's initially made so you can hit X, Y, Z, but your journey doesn't end there. We have multiple levels from the CLA to the 10K, the $1 Million Master, so we can get you from where you are now to blah, blah, blah. Like, as soon as you fucking hear me speak, it's like, this is where we're going. It's a small analogy to make you relatable to the individual. And then this is what's coming for you, is how you need to seed it and plant it. Because if it's like, this is what we're talking about, and this is what I've been able to do, and this is what I want to do with you guys, cool. But it's like, let's make us relatable. All right, build rapport right away, and then let's paint the fucking vision for what they're about to do, and like why it's gonna benefit them in a short, sexy, and straight to the point way.
A lot of people need the money, and so they're putting out content that's going to generate leads and pulling clients, etc. If you guys can like really double down on like over fucking delivering on as much value as you possibly can and giving as much shit away for free, that's why it's like you shouldn't just be filming like 5 or 6 videos. It's like, let's film fucking 30.
Yeah.
And let's give away so much fucking value, and let's over deliver on the value aspect so that women come to our podcast because they know that like 3 times a week they're getting fucking downloads that are helping them change their fucking life, and then they feel obligated to give you guys money because you're giving them so much value. Like if you guys believe in this shit, like it's like not just fucking let's sell over DM, let's get on a phone call and talk about this. Because like for the Conscious Creator Retreat, I'm gonna be selling these people on the phone because I think it's a fucking good idea, and I think it's gonna change a lot of people's lives. So it's like, I think if you're gonna have this page, this page needs to be significantly updated with like a video of you two, what it's about, why they should come, highlight reel, Nick is really, really good at making these, like breakthroughs, crying, etc. This is why you should come. And then this is like testimonial, what it's about, feature, benefit, transformations that's happened, and then event tickets, if it's gonna be this. But I think I would be, like, I think that you would get a higher response rate if this was an application. All right, guys, so Mariah and Brittany are launching a group coaching program, which I think is really cool. And basically they're like tying in the events with the group coaching. So Cole and I are just like dissecting marketing strategy, structure of the coaching program, making sure the retreat page is optimized, and making sure that they're not just thinking with, because like they're very solution based with their thinking, like they're marketing to solutions, but we need to make sure that in order to meet the prospect where they're at, they need to meet them in their pain points. So Cole and I are just dissecting and making sure that their marketing strategy is on point. So far it's going really good. I feel really confident about this. I'm actually going to be helping Brittany build this out as well in our one-on-one sessions. So I'm really excited. I think that they're onto something really big, and I think in 2 years we're going to look back and be like, that was a fucking cool session. So let's continue to expand. You watched my how to sell event tickets?
Yeah.
Okay, did you write down the strategy?
Yes. Okay.
Use that.
Question.
Yeah, I'm straight up. That's what I do. That's what I'm not like, I'm not trying to be like, watch the training. That's what I do.
Legit, and I have.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
So that's how I launch events. The only other thing that I will add to that is the live streams.
Yes.
Like if I really want to sell them, if I'm not selling enough tickets, then I will live stream. Konnichiwa.
That's a good way to end it.
All good.
Yeah.
We
Anything
appreciate
else?
you guys
Cool.
so much for doing this for us.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
I
you
like
for sharing the idea.
That's it. It was creative work for 5 hours. Sat down, deep dove into Mariah's business, talked about what Mariah and Brittany want to create together, and we're giving them our marketing brains and our perspective on how they're approaching their marketing and their selling of this new thing. I'm super confident in Mariah and Brittany, and both of them are gonna absolutely crush this new venture that they're on, so I'm excited for them. And that brings us to the end of the episode. So guys, that's our VIP coaching sessions. We basically deep dive with clients on their current business model. We give them like our insights, and like Cole and I have built our business to, you know, over $8.5 million so far this year. And so we take our brains and we dump them into their businesses. So Cole gives them the content, the marketing, the strategy, the pain points, how to deliver their message. And then I really systematize how they're gonna market and sell to their audience, because that's something I've gotten really good at. So that brings us to the end of the episode. Hopefully you guys did get some value from our half day. If you did, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am gonna be going live literally right after this for the 4 Clients in 4 Days challenge. I'm super excited. So peace, love, and protein. Have the best day of your entire life. We'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Let's go.